All right, so this is the AMS. We open up in here. The original, this is a new system. As you see, we haven't even taken the silica out of there. And it makes a horrendous racket. It's bad when advancing, but really bad when retracting. So they want me to replace the motherboard, which is under here, and the motor, which is back here. Now they've sent both of these. That's an extra box, don't worry about that. As far as removal, there's a screw down here and a screw over here. I think they're a 2.0 hex. Now remember, when doing this, as I said, I believe it's a 2.0 hex. You really need to use your Fantic electric screwdriver. I think it's a law or something. Nah, Fantic sent this to me and I love using it. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, even with these, they're not quite long enough, so I'm gonna show you a little trick. So you take the bit out and then we're gonna just drop it down in there. Okay, there we go. Now it's locked in, okay? Now I can take this, and I even got a light on the end, so see what I'm doing there. And I can just get it on the edge of this. Now I can run it out, okay? This thing has plenty of torque. If anything, I wish they had knurling on it because it's so torquey. It's a little slippery and will slide in your fingers. See, there we go. Then we just wedge this out. You have to push out a little bit on the box back here to get this past. This is your release for the what is it? The tube back there. And there's two cables on the back. There we go. We should be able just to reach back there and pull those out. Okay, remember this is the front, that's the back. We just flip it over. And there we go. You may think it's weird to do it on a carpet like this. It is. It actually catches screws if I drop them rather than having them bounce and roll across the floor. The cart itself, you worry about static. The cart is made of metal. I'm wearing shorts and my legs are against the cart. So I'm grounded. It helps, but the smart thing is just, don't lick the circuits. That's really what you need to do. Just be careful. So we need to take this out and we're going to take that out and we're going to disassemble all of these. No disassemble number 5. Yeah, you got to be a certain age to get that reference. Anyway, I'm going to do that. We'll come back. All right, we've removed these two screws. They were 1.5s, not 2.0s. Now there's going to be these little tabs on the other side holding the board. Now remember, this is the part where you want to make sure you're grounded. And you don't press too hard on those tabs because apparently they bend really easy. That's ridiculous. Anyway, we'll bend that. There we go. And get those out. So fair warning, super weak tab there, guys. And that is our board. New board going in. Okay, all back together now. Ready to go. Compare it to my previous pick. Looks all good. Just be slow. It's meticulous work, but be careful. You don't want to bend pins or anything like that. Now, we get to tackle him, which means taking all this out. All right, so we removed 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we've undone them. They're still there. And here we go. That is the unit we have to get to, and I'm concerned that we're going to have to go, well, maybe not. Maybe I can get those 2 out without going inside. Let's find out. Well, unfortunately, to get to the motor, we had to butterfly this open. We had to take, I think it's 6 screws out of the back and crack this open. You could take this completely apart. I'm going to try and leave it just like this and remove that and remove the battery, the motor. Okay, and that's the motor removed. And this is the alleged bad motor. We're going to put in the new motor. Just reversing these steps. Put back all 6 screws. Just be aware there's magnets underneath the plastic, so if your screws jump around, they're not possessed. It's the magnets. All right, now we just got to put all this back together. All right, here we are fully assembled. We got all 4 mounting bolts in, the new motor's in. These are the 2 cables that will attach to the case once we put that back in. If you ever get a broken filament, I've had several of those messages, and every time they were a lie. I just cleared everything out, powered it off, cycled back on, remounted all the filament. It was fine. But if you do, it means it's usually broken in here. Check all your other tubes first. But if it is, you're going to have to take the two mounting screws out, take this out, and pull out these tubes, one of these tubes to clear out. And that's all there is to it. You will not have to remove this or do any of that or deal with any of the board up there. Just those tubes. Okay, now comes the unfun part of plugging those two cables back in. You can do it. Go slow, be safe. Do not rush it. Remember, you have to press out a little bit to get this down in there. And there it goes. That's it. And then we're just going to put those screws in. I figure since I'm in here, I'll take the silica gel out. I don't use these because I have these that go up front. Some people print stuff to go in there. I think that's ridiculous. You only need so much, all right? All right, and that is the job in a nutshell. So when I contacted Bambu about this issue, I didn't tell them who I was or anything. In fact, it was through a separate account. That's a whole long story about why I accidentally set up a separate account. But I just issued the ticket. They got back to me. They did not offer to replace the unit. They just said, hey, we're sending this to you, blah, blah. I was a little miffed about that. I'm like, hey, what if I'm not technical or something? They're like, well, if that's an issue, then we can just replace the whole unit. So you might have to push back just a little bit, but there was no hesitation once I'm like, hey, what if that? And they're like, is that the case? I'm like, no, actually, I kind of like doing stuff like this because kind of a geek a little bit on this. Not a nerd. Don't go there. Anyway, point is, that if you are the slightest bit technical, it's not that hard a job. It's meticulous. There's some delicate stuff, but I'm sure you've done worse than this time and time again. It was kind of a nice break. I wouldn't want to do it all the time. Anyway, there you go. Hope that helps you fix what's going on with your AMS. Remember, this is the AMS, the original one, not the 2 Pro or the Lite or anything else like that. If you like what we do here, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.